Okay. Alright. Good evening. Going for Apocalypse 12 in Amberwald. Again, last time I got distracted by the gauntlet Epos. Whatever, however it's pronounced, I have no clue. So we're gonna go with that. I think Omen of the Engineers, Siege, Fortress, Fortifications, that's fine. Unfortunately, all of the hero omens are kind of expensive, like at least the good ones, comparatively to these fortifications. We have a cannon. Right. Not my favorite. We have sledgehammer, well, big hammer, and we have a druid staff. That's fine. Trinket slot, but less ranged damage, less daily health regen, but more crit power. Unfortunately, no crit path, but she does have the poison path. That's good. She also has one with nature and elusive, but not the punch. So no Mr. Punchy, unfortunate. A second elf who has the punch. A fuck for critical, versatile for various damages, and 6% magic damage. Sure, keep the cannon for now. Hammer on a human. Yeah, we'll see. What do you actually have? Minor for move points, percent damage, and reliability. That's not bad. Epiphanies! Bone Skinner. First two corpses cost one less worker. Eye Picker, Flesh Ripper. Finally got that done. That took me so long. A lot of materials. Veteran of Glenwold for free repairs. We do not have the Veteran of Lakeburg, unfortunately, but we do have military engineering. I think I'll start with the efficiency. Get us some extra materials. And you can all just go out a little bit further. You must protect these sprouts. Sure. Now, the biggest... The one I'm most worried about is actually the cannon. Because of how it works. And I don't think I have enough health early on to survive us just sending it. Sending the beast there. I feel like we can just go with an opportunism build. We do have additional poison with these plants, with the seeds. Already failed. Fuck. Maybe should have reversed. It was most likely the don't deal damage with spells, with abilities that cost mana. Which, yeah, fine. Most of my shit, even if it costs, doesn't really do a lot of damage. Like, the bee thing does damage, yes, but not really, actually. It mostly is just for to apply the poison. And you will soon go to 7, yeah. You are now overheating. Which ain't grand. We have one action point, that's fine. The Omen of Patience, I think, might be one of the better ones to keep around if you... We are, again, overheating. How much do we lose? I think half, right? -5. Okay, since we get 6 additional heat every time, the -5 could be a problem. You give yourself some armor. Then you're just gonna have to stand around. Use less than 2 times jump skills. Yeah, that would not happen anyway. Not really using the jump skills a whole lot. Okay, send that there so you get the opportunism. Spend less than 15 move points, less than 500 damage to targets with negative alteration. Over 1 turn, that's fine. You're just not gonna move anymore. And then you lower resistance. We can actually just apply poison with this. There's another poison, but that's not close enough. I can use the mortar now, think about it. Which now we blow ourselves up. And you will have to move a spot. Then you can go ahead and poison things. As can you. Unfortunately, these things do not have a shortcut keybind. Can you also... yeah, you can poison this guy. And then you can go ahead and poison this guy. You are going to need to give yourself some armor. And these don't have anything in range. This is just the living hardwood sprout, and the eagle seed over there, falcon seed, doesn't have anything in range. Right. Go ahead with that then. Oh yeah, the hardwood seed also attacks things, I forgot. Okay, we can once again deal damage. You do that. You go ahead and poison. Again. The problem is I cannot allow myself to get panic. Unfortunately. She's the only one who currently will not get any panic on her side. You can go ahead and poison him. He will die to this poison. No. And then I think you actually kind of just need to start moving to the other sides. Getting to an A is fine, but I need to avoid a B. So you can now move up here. Shit is just in the way. Of course it is. So you will move in, but then you can just prevent that. And you are actually just blasting yourself, unfortunately. Because of the cannon. So you will probably actually need more support there. These actually don't count as Haven, interestingly. Who has action points? You have action points. Right. You're not really gonna do a whole lot. Like, you die, you apply your poison to these three. And then you're the only one who still moves, so we can just stop you from moving. Actually, just, like, kill him. And then the other three should just die to the poison that is propagated. Okay. 20% resistance. I think the resistance does not lower the damage taken from the cannon. So you move there, kill him, move over. Can't really do a whole lot. Give yourself immunity. Now you... every single shot costs so much health. I'm an idiot. the fire blast exists and hurts everything around me. Laser. Cannon, definitely not a Night 1 weapon. I have to say. Punch him. Wait a minute. Okay. Horrible first night. Absolutely horrendous first night, in fact. I feel like I kind of have to hope that none of them have a cannon. That is definitely a later night weapon. And we can't really go in. Like, if I could go in for the kill 12 enemies with a fire blast, I would, but we do not have enough actions for that. Are you fucking kidding me? Again then. Gauntlet as well. Who has the most health? 68, 84. You're a hero with an extra action point. You have +1 skill range, so you get the... I'm just gonna switch out the cannon. Yeah, you get a cannon. And then you have critical reliability minus block and more reliability, so sure, you can have the gauntlet for now. Broken compass, mind over matter, seller's aim. We do have the drill for additional money. Sure. Now you will start further out, you will start further out, and you will start further out. I just realized that this area has less vision blocking. So that might actually be good having the cannon down there. Yeah, we need to keep these alive. I think they're relevant for the final for the boss fight in this one. Kindled. Right, so you have an extra action. Don't really want you using it though. You get additional for every action point and mana cost. So you get 1 for this and 2 for these. 3 for that, 6 for that. Right. You don't have a whole lot of movement, huh? Well, you can just go back there. 129 or more damage to isolated splitters. Wait, where was the isolated splitter in that case? This guy's not isolated. Oh, this guy's isolated. Okay. Accidentally did it. Give yourself some armor. Actually, you know what? Give yourself some damage. Target at full health, claw. Well. I had hoped this guy would die. Apparently not. Action point, armor. Deal less than 500 damage to isolated targets. So I cannot attack this guy or any of them. That is for 2 turns. That's annoying. You give yourself armor and block. I can kill one, that's fine. Now, gun. Again. Here. Here. Again here. And then we're just gonna leave. You lower resistance and dispel. Maybe should have done that beforehand. Okay, gun. Gun again. And now we will be... Actually, that's a dwarf, so him having the gun is kind of funny. I'm just gonna poison this guy next turn. These don't really have all that much range, but they do have 3 multi-hits, and they have like 200% isolation. I cannot deal all that much more damage. Target at full health, Claw. Can we get you to here, so you can just do that? Not enough claws. Apparently. You're not isolated. That third guy was isolated. Well, not the isolated one then. But the claw one at least is done. And I just hope I get another mission. It didn't show me as it didn't show it as failed yet. 707 damage, 770 damage to splitters. That should be acceptable. First one to use you. All of the resistance is down. Boom. Gun. Gun. It doesn't even need to be full health splitters. So we have 354 damage dealt. 2 splitters. There's one more. Stab them. Do that. And then you can... Are there more splitters down there? There are more splitters down there. But you will probably have to first shoot these guys. Also, just punch them. You just died to poison, so we're fine. How many splitters are there still? Enough, I think. Definitely need to go hit the splitter. You will take so much damage, I'm sorry, my man. Probably should use this one before I have the big damage debuff from it. Okay, damage to splitters is done. Send in the bees. Wonderful. The fuck are you doing over there? Poison him. I wish this had a shortcut. Or a hotkey. Okay, a little bit of panic, that's fine. Like, he's gonna die this turn. Not even... Don't even have that much panic, huh? Okay, so they're done. And now you just... Actually, you know what? Just fucking punch them. Don't need to shoot your gun. You don't need to shoot your gun, just hit them with it. Alright. He only got 1 level, the others got 3. That's kind of rude. Okay. 2 sides. Now, the gun is honestly kind of okay at big groups, so... Here we go over there. Choose plus 21 hunters. The hunters I don't think are that much of a problem. They do deal damage, but we'll probably just block that. Now, let's see. You have critical reliability, but less critical power. No block and then more reliability. That kind of makes me feel you want to go down this path with ranged weaponry. Longer weapons and then the proximity shot is kind of ridiculous. Kind of nonsensical. That means you want to have things like... The elusive won't really help you. The glass cannon for more crits. Avid learner as always. In that case we don't even need the glass cannon because you will probably crit enough. Because basically what we're gonna do is every 5 critical hits landed, extra critical power, we will just go down that path. You will just crit people, meaning we want to go for crits, damage, skill range. Hopefully you will... Technically you don't need to go with ranged weapons to crit, huh? In that case we can give you the elusive with the coagulation. And like a melee weapon. You are exceedingly slow though. That is probably mostly your equipment. Actually it's not, it's just you're slow. So what you need first of all is move points. A bit of accuracy never hurts. Depending on whether or not I give you ranged or melee weapons, it is imperative in fact. And then... sure, momentum. Try to get a sword or a dagger or a pistol. Then you are a hero with move points, health, 2 left feet for no dodge, and then +1 skill range. +1 skill range means you definitely do want to go for ranged combat or magic. Not necessarily melee. However, the berserk, together with the thickness, is always a really good thing. This definitely helps. You do not have the blessing, unfortunately. So I think we're gonna do this. You definitely get the human ballista. Take the thickness for resistance. Now you want damage. The health cost, to my knowledge, cannot be reduced by resistance, block armor, etc. But in that case, we'll just give you healing. Do you have the Jolly Drinker? No. It's unfortunate. You do have the Vampire, which doesn't really help if we give you the Cannon. You do need XP again, though. Then, you are a miner with move points. I have 2 dwarfs in the elf area. That seems wrong. Bookworm for magic damage and trained for reliability. Magic damage. You are also a dwarf, but you have the carnage, so you want to hit many an enemy. Also, you get the cannon. You are now designated cannon man. Like, why do you have an axe if you're an Eli? Okay, definitely the XP the avid learner, as always. Then move points. You have low health and low health regen, meaning I don't really want you to be a melee, I guess. Magic damage. Many magic weapons do have opportunisms as like debuffs on it, so that's maybe okay. Every 200 damage inflicted gives armor to everyone. Honestly, I absolutely fucking love the dwarf skill tree because it's the only one that's really just, we're gonna buff our allies. And if they make a second game, I really hope they bring more buffs into the game. If we go for crit, that could be good. In which case we definitely do want the bully. Very disconnected skill tree though. But I guess we'll go like this. Right, in that case you have XP gain. Oh, from gear. Well, that fucking blows. No wonder you only got 1 level. That thing is immediately getting tossed. Like, nothing is worth 15% XP gain loss. Now, you want critical. A lot of critical, so you can just spam spells. Which also means critical power over the other 2 things we had there, or 4 things we had there. Now, Boya, get me... Honestly, a crossbow is fine. Get me some magic weapons. Level 4 legendary epic heavy kettle helm. Okay. Momentum, mana resistance, daily health regen, less XP gain. Well, that's getting tossed. Silver longbow. And then get me druid stuff. Sure, got some good stuff on that. Defenses. First of all, we repair what is here. We can't repair everything that's here. In which case, there's 3 big waves coming from up top. We will have ballistas. Big wave coming from up top, so we'll start with fortifying that side. Assign them to buildings. There is not really anything I want to destroy here, so we will get you for money with some additional materials to boot. Hope we can hold long enough. So if we can just like funnel them into this, because we can't build walls here. They do want to go there anyway because of the magic circle. But this is all plain. I can't build on that. And it doesn't count as haven for the purpose of panic. So if we can just funnel them in there and then have ballistas like on the sides, that would be great. We probably cannot do that. And for now, build me gold mines. Good. We can also still build another house. Get rid of this well. Gives us 21 gold. Can't really build anything with that. And then with the remaining stuff we have, we can just go ahead and repair some of the walls. Focusing on the outer walls first. Honestly, I absolutely fucking hate this haven layout. It is the only one I do not like. Okay, you, Eagle Eye, with a gun. Meaning, I don't give you the longbow because you want to be in the midst of them. You can have the longbow as like a secondary. And then you get the axe. Right, I think that's that then. You have the crossbow. What is the epos for the cannon? I think kill 12 enemies with the fire blast in a single turn. That will most likely not happen. Kill 12 enemies with fire blast. The fire blast is automatically cast on the hero. Plus for health cost increased by 4 for each action point and mana base cost. Fire blast is automatically cast on the hero. 106, 168. You can actually kill up to, what is this, 8 enemies at once with this. So you'd have to trigger it twice and kill enemies with it twice. Interesting is the most with a rocket jump. Like if you jump in, does it cast it on the enemies or on the hero before or after he jumps? Right. I think we're done. Yeah, you are positioned, thank you. Thank you for positioning. Immediately shot. Love that. Now, again, I don't think the hunters are gonna be that much of a problem. Because sure, they can deal damage, they also kind of just die. Unless we can't hit them. In which case, every enemy is a problem if we can't hit them. Sure. Eagle Eye, my yes. Okay, they're down there. The mortar does have vision. This also does have vision, that's good. You get yourself some armor then for now. Heroes that haven't moved this turn, Dodger. Oh yeah, we have this nonsense going on, don't we? They be charging up. However, Drink that. Shoot a man. Now this guy does have like... you need to hit the dodger, huh? Well. Got that done. How much damage do we need to deal to these dodgers? 222, 462. Unfortunately, there is no other dodger in range, I don't think. Like this guy, but we have to move to hit him. Unless they didn't dodge. Name not relevant. Good, good. So that was done. Hit me! Got masochist over there. 10 enemies or more. How much do you have currently? You know what? We're just gonna... That was the wrong skill. 1, 2 there, and then 1 on this guy. Unfortunately, we are out of action points, because that shit costs a lot. We lose 10. But that's fine. You can move over there. You can not shoot this, so I don't want to waste that. 10 more isolated targets. Well... Send in the bees. I think I might actually... This is just a buffer. Don't need to deal with that. Now, unfortunately, most of my skills are not intended to be used on isolated targets, so I don't think I will be able to do that one. It appears they didn't... It appears they don't have any spawners yet. It also appears they are shooting my houses. I do not appreciate that. Yeah, you move over here. Go ahead and stabilize yourself. Yeah, you can't hit this guy. It's really annoying. Does this thing have opportunism on it? No. No damage to targets with negative alterations. That will not happen. I have to kill these guys. And again, it's exactly the point. The hunters, they do deal damage, but they just die. So they're not really all that scary. Yeah, we're not getting the isolated targets either. And they're moving in. That's not good for me. We will. You are overheating, so we just jump over here. Then we jump over here. How many targets have you killed with the fire blast at this point? The answer is not enough. Spend less than 15 move points. How many do we have? 6. And we need to kill 12. So we actually have to go for the big areas. I don't know if this one can be dodged. I don't think it can be. Send in the bees. Send in the bees again on the other side. Really? Well, send in the bees again. Have you dodged all 3 bee attacks? Really? Spend less than 50 move points. Yeah, that's also not happening. Hunter at 9 or more targets from caster. Also not happening. The really sad part is that in this case, we don't really have an issue because of the... because of the Epiphany itself. But exclusively because of the Covenants here, because of the Ordeals. Well, we're getting shot. I fucking hate these plants. Kill them. Again, the isolated target bit. Again, not gonna happen. It's like telling me not to kill targets with negative alterations. It's just not possible. Not with these builds we've got going on. If we even hit in the first place. Right. You are going to need a temple. And no way around that. You're also going to need some accuracy. I think we will not have the our deals done this one. Can you stop shooting my house? Holy shit. Are you serious? It's a fucking plant. How do you miss a plant? How do you miss a stationary orbit object with an AoE blast? I can't understand if you miss with like a longbow or even the crossbow he has, but with a fucking cannon. So this thing is gonna destroy my house, and that will lead us to have a panic level of B. Meaning we have to restart once again. Or the ballista's clear. Holy shit. Okay, Cannon Boy needs some accuracy. We are still at an A, so we're good. We do not yet have to drill, because he didn't get the ordeals done. The Covenant. Why is it so warm again? It was so cool earlier. Right, have a sip. Don't forget to drink, especially when it's hot. Why is OBS flickering out? Whatever. Increase size by 50%. Sure. Then, the drill will be done after this one. Okay, you. You need movement still. Right, for now, get the first blood. And you need actually kind of like single target weapons. Sure, get some armor. Get some isolation if we go with that path anyway. Next, you, action point. Up your ranged damage. Can we get you anything to get more health? Like, the first thing you need is accuracy, which you have. You have 23% accuracy. How the fuck did you miss a plant? What would I want to take there? Like, if you're close to them anyway? Go with poison. That can give you some heal. Now, build-wise. And I need to do this right now so I don't forget. Get that one out and then build a temple here. Because he needs a heal. Like, that's kind of non-negotiable. Build the next level up. Vararundir. I don't think you need movement all that much, do you? Whenever at least 5 enemies are hit with a single attack, restore 1 move point, plus 5% damage. I feel like if I want to go with a cannon, I might actually have to loot a quick reload and specialist. So he can actually do that. Now think about it. Because he will have to jump around a lot. Get some move points. Move points are never incorrect. Get some move points. Move points are never incorrect. I think he's at maximum. Yeah. Daily mana regen. You will have daily mana regen issues later on. And then a magic damage. The opportunism will come naturally. What does the boy offer? Better cannon? No cannons, but a big gun. Get me a better cannon. That's a epic crossbow. Isolation, health, but down gives +2 health. Wonderful. Propagation bounces on a short bow? Like if you combine it with a rifle, maybe. You have undodgeable attacks. I think I'll take you just as an exchange for the crossbow. Big axe. Some physical and magical damage, but accuracy down and health down. 32 armor and 13% dodge, but momentum down. Momentum down is irrelevant. Right. City stash. You take the rifle. Magic damage and accuracy. Armor and momentum. The armor and momentum I think goes to you. And then you can take this instead of the gauntlet. Sell, 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 and sell. Build me some buildings. Specifically, I would like to have more houses so I can get rid of this stuff. Right, build a house here. Get rid of... well, upgrade a house. That doesn't hurt either. Get rid of this. Upgrade my gold mines, I think. We can upgrade all 3 of them. Now, where are the enemies coming from? Again, up here and down there. That's good. We can... are you... you're a plane. You're not Haven. So I think what I'm gonna do is build ballista here and here, and then one like over here, as well as one over, well, directly next to it. That should give us a good amount of offensive power on these parts. Good. Repair. We can't repair anything. We have 8 and 3. That's fine. Now, you have acted... we don't have mana wells yet. You are back to full health, which is good. The dwarf doesn't actually need to be outside, though this does count as into the wild, doesn't it? Yeah. I feel like the next thing I need to build is a seer. Oh, we're up there and down there, huh? That ain't grand. Okay, you deal with up there. You're just gonna shoot these guys. And then you deal with this side, and you go down to there. Just cancel. I wanted to undo that. Which, you'll just do that. The biggest issue is that I can't see shit down here. What the fuck? We are at 7. We lose 5. I need to stack up. So we can actually do the jumping thing. And then, yeah, you didn't really use anything. You do have a crossbow now, but not enough range on it, unfortunate. Like this middle area I'm not really concerned about, because we have a just a ton of ballistas there. Right, you are energetic, so we can just shoot you without concern of a mirror shield or anything like that. Okay. You are at 6, so just shoot them. At 12, meaning next turn, you are at 4. And I feel like just poison might be good for this side. Damage to... Okay, now we need to deal damage to isolated targets. We can actually kind of just use the eagle seed there as well. I need to make sure there are enough enemies I can actually hit with a fire blast. And currently there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is not enough. Unfortunately. Right, eagle seed. I need you to kill this guy. For that, you want it to be isolated. So let us just get rid of these guys. It actually kind of just died. That's also fine. Send the extra bees. And then you can go ahead with this guy, and this guy. Again. On the flying enemies. Good, then. Fireball. Boom. Have a piercing bolt there. Just always be in range of this thing, I guess. Isolated targets, not gonna happen. Target within 4 tiles from caster. Them shooting the wall, I guess it's fine. Yeah, piercing shot here. Then heavy shot, and another one there. There's another buff thing, but I feel like it's fine to just ignore that for now. So many misses. Hate that. Right, can you go ahead and just poison this thing? You do not deal a whole lot of poison on that. You have a lot of health. How long does this last? 300. So a total of 300 damage. Are you gonna shoot the house again? You're gonna shoot the house again. Right. Get rid of that. Charge up that again. There's just not enough enemies to do this, to do the cannon. Definitely a later game thing. Well, we can just go ahead and send this one. These eagle seeds do honestly kind of absurd damage. Also, they are not immune to poison. They're only immune, they only have the stability against, I think, debuffs. Immunity, no, per Yeah, immunity to debuffs. So not actually that bad. But on the other hand, this does not look too good. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the plus 50% size. Go inside. Right, the other seeds are outside. Okay. 84 more enemies. I feel like that should be fine. The ballistas have done a good job of holding them back. This stupid fucking plant. I hate it. You're gonna need a mana well, huh? There's another elite. That ain't great. Yeah, you just kill whatever's still down here. And then this can deal with the remainder. Okay. Now, you need to get rid of some of them, and you do not have mana for more bees. You do have mana for a stun. Which actually worked, surprisingly. And then you will get help from the... You will get help from the cannon man. We are at an A again, unfortunately. You could deal so much damage if you didn't just miss all the time. Gun, amazing range as always. Unfortunately, signal flare, for some reason, doesn't have vision. At least the mortar does. Now you just kill these two. And then here, you have regen, that's fine. Just gonna kill you in one turn. Kill 10 enemies or more. Full health, negative alteration. If I read it earlier, I could have done that with the longbow. But I didn't. Right, so you need to leave. You need to leave. Ah, there's the stupid lamppost in the way. Though she should be able to just deal with the rest of them. Now, you can go ahead and jump in. Target within 2 tiles armored. Uh, 77 more damage. We will be able to do that. Perfect. And now you leave again, so you can do nonsense like this and shoot them. It is funny to me that the archers have more health than the melee guys. But then again, the melee guys are just zombies with armor. And the archers have like a bow, I guess. Sure. Yeah. You can just gun people down again. If I combine the cannon with like... Here, the extra health from the temple. it should be possible to just successfully get that done if we have enough enemies. And I feel like the enough enemies is the part that's always a problem. Okay. We actually had some elites, 2 elites. Level 5 and 6, panic level A. It's good enough. If I can get the cannon done, I will try it, but I think I want to focus on actually finishing the level first. Frigates for troops, everything up there. Now, first thing, Destiny. Increase enemy's health by 136. I think I might want to build a seer first to see what we face. Where's the seer? There's the seer. Is there a seer? There's the seer. Have you be down here? What do we face? That's not actually all that much, considering. I can afford a Royal Guard with extra resistance or a lower level 1. Dwarf Jailer with extra block, move points, opportunism. With the opportunism skill path. I think I'll take you. I don't know why you have a druid staff. That's a druid staff? No, that's a flower. Right. You're level 1, but that's fine. Rundurvara. Now, they're all from one side. Now, the kindled are not a problem. The blockers are not a problem. The only problems are the splitters and the archers, and those already have enough health that 136 extra health shouldn't be too much of a problem. Then, the rock for extra block. Multiply a goat by 3. Which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure that comes after we get money from, like, the production of gold mines and such. However, I also don't think it's all that good. Cost of production, building upgrades, agility practice for extra dodge, material stability. Apply 10% plus 10% poison damage. This is kind of funny, but in short nights it just kind of does nothing. This could be really good for my dwarfs later on. I'll get the military engineering. And really good for my dwarfs later on is specifically like, you're not a dwarf. You are not valid. You're not relevant. Stuff like this, because every turn he does that, map wide for every hero, and it's just, yeah, sure, why not? I think he also, to all heroes at the start of the hero's turn, which that's just, even if it's only 15 missing armor or health, 1%, 25 health. I feel like with the dwarfs that perk is really good. You get some accuracy. Actually, you just get damage. Fuck accuracy, we just shoot more. I want you to get a better gun, though. Ravenfall has a level up. You want... With the coagulation elusive, getting you armor is better than getting you dodge, which is still absolutely nonsense, but... Sure. Get you some crit. I would like for you to have a dagger. Propagation bounces. Is there any weapon that I care for propagation? Not really. Get isolation. Get more isolation. Varundir. What are your perks? The skill range, the bully. For additional criticals, but that is only relevant after we have the mana collector. So we start with the longer weapons. And then you definitely need accuracy. Yeah, 0% accuracy is just not valid. Can we get opportunism? Opportunism. I think I want to build you a tower to sit on. Now we're gonna start scavenging for loot in the piles of corpses. Item focus, item focus, item focus. Let us see what has the boya brought. A longbow, boomerang. Boomerang, another longbow. Plus 12% accuracy, that is worth it. Night reward, 11% magic damage, minus 5% magic damage, nobody cares. Right, poison damage, accuracy, absolutely fucking got it. Definitely take that. This one, also not too bad, but I feel like this amulet is just better. Boomerang, medium armor, boat. Better cannon. Not a lot better, but slightly better is better than not better. Magic damage, health, mana. That's not bad. Pants. Plus 15% health. 10% dodge, 1 move point, 15% reliability, 6% accuracy. I think you are the one I need to check that against. Resistance, 7% health. Yeah, I think you get that. City stash. You get the better gun. You get the weird gladiator armor. You get these fur pants for extra health. You get not these because I don't really have anybody who going for magic damage, do I? Except you, kind of. So you go there. You get the healing received. And then you get the... No, you don't get the healing received. You get the healing received. What is this? You're also healing received. Critical pound resistance reduction. No, I'd rather have the... Oh, you have health regen plus 7. Is it better than 10 health? I mean, you will just get healed by the other thing. Right, we give you this. Because we're mostly going for the weapons right now, and he does have options of applying stuff, which still might make the initiator not bad. What do you have the flower. You get a second weapon, you get this thing. Good. Toss you, toss you, toss you. That's a level 3 cannon. Do I want that? Cannonball! How much damage do you do? 97 to 135. So the damage is quite a lot higher on most of these. But the fire blast is the exact same damage, huh? Is the fire blast irrelevant to... Is the base damage irrelevant to the fire blast? I think I'll take that anyway. Take a potion of health plus 4 for our cannon boy. Then we can't afford the cannon anymore unless... Well, we're gonna get rid of you. Then we can afford the cannon. Shop. Buy that cannon. You will be a suicide bomber today. Now, we can build another house, which we actually can't because we don't have space. We already have 4. Mana goes on you. I still think I want to build you a tower, huh? Build him a tower like here. Whoop. Then 4 gold, meaning we can't really do anything. We have 0 more workers, so we will just take the free heal here. And this thing heals for how much? 80. Yeah. Next turn we will need to start pushing back the mist. Okay, defenses. We have a bunch of ballistas already set up. So get the walls in. And have some repairs, I guess. This is a plane, so you actually just block us off. This is plain, so that's fine. You're over here with your crossbow and your axe. Oh, there's another pile of corpses. Could have looted a lot. Okay, now we do have some more, so we can get us another ballista here. And one here, and then one there. Later. For now. Go ahead and send that. We will most likely not be able to get the cannon thing this turn because everything is 160 extra health. So that's not going to happen. Sad as it is. How much health do you have? 265. Yeah, that doesn't really make that much of a difference. Flower. Have some poison. Have some poison. And then you can just go ahead with the longbow. 1, 2, they're immune to debuffs. Don't need to do that. You're not immune to debuffs. You unfortunately have way too much resistance. I should probably check which bow deals more damage. 90 to 168, 86. Okay, so the lower bow does actually do more damage. Gun them down. So you just go over here. This thing does have vision, which is kind of funny. I don't know why it has vision, but it does. Okay. Bunch of the buffing plants. I don't really mind the buffing plants. Like, they're kind of just there. Have your heroes get hit less than 5 times. I wanted to do that anyway. Oh yeah, we can do that, huh? Everybody gets poisoned. Now these things do purge poison. Which again, kind of annoying. You are spent. Now you can go ahead and kill this one. But with our new flower bud, we might have a good amount of AoE, which could be something that we were lacking. Okay, I kind of want to kill you. Okay, so the contagion triggers even if the flower itself, even if the skill does not work. All of you have poison. You just die, you die. You die. You die. You die. Perfect. Gun over there, gun over there. Gun over here. Big gun. Is what a cannon is, basically. Now we can just hit you, hit you, hit you. We don't have seeds over here that have any kind of applicable range, unfortunately. Target with negative alteration. We have 6 action points? Oh, we have 6 action points. Sure. You continue dealing with this side. Now they will start hitting the wall. But we have buffed the wall, so we should be fine. Missed me, missed me. Hit the wall. 4 enemies, isolated target. Target 9 more tiles caster. Target at full health. That will not happen. Like, the isolated target thing will not happen. Not the isolated target thing, the... Is this 230? There's the... yeah. Because you need to get 3 armor. The isolated thing... Kill less than 4 enemies, isolated targets. I should learn to read. Okay, send in the bees. Not the path I wanted it to take, but I guess I'll take it. Oh yeah, we have more bees. Bees! Again. And now we can actually also apply contagion. Poison on everybody. Go ahead and just remove all of your remove your resistance and your debuffs, buffs. Then we can kill you, hit you while you die anyway. I think we have to get rid of these. Then I don't have enough action points. Fuck. Right. So negative alteration is not happening. Killing enemies from full health is also not gonna happen. You shoot these. The not killing isolated targets, that might actually happen. That is actually honestly very much possible. Not good targeting options here. Do not want to hit the walls. In which case, you're not gonna do anything. This lowers resistance for 2 turns. That's not bad. Well, send in the bees once again. We cannot give him contagion, but we can give you... we can move your contagion onwards. Now if we can kill him, these 2 should also die to poison. Wonderful. Kill that. Oh. Negative alterations with heroes that haven't moved this turn. Very good. Now we need to be careful not to kill enemies that haven't... that are isolated. Because I would actually like to get that. That seems feasible. Not too difficult. Of course, that kind of makes him pretty fucking... actually, you know what? Just go ahead and stun them. You need to be careful. Actually, move away a bit. Okay. I hope this one didn't count as a kill of an isolated target. Fuck, it did. Target within 2 tiles from caster. Yeah, neither of those is happening. None of those are happening, unfortunately. That was the wrong druid weapon. Problem is, if you jump in, you do not get back out. So I think I'd rather just do that. Now you can go ahead and shoot all the isolated targets. Holy shit, that worked. I guess I got a crit. Yep. I cannot rely on that, unfortunately. Now you go ahead with a piercing shot over there. And again. Piercing shot, truly the crossbow's best friend when it comes to armor targets. Yeah, I could have definitely gotten the isolated thing. Spend less than 15 move points. Within one turn? Possible. Send in the bees. Again. Now, unfortunately, you will need to move very slightly. Then you can just shoot. Which does spend move points, unfortunately. I do kind of want to try their emergency modes. Go ahead and stun here. Go ahead and stun there. Did not stun. Very sad. Can you kill? No, but you can send in more bees. Axe. Problem is, I can't move to there to shoot because of the stupid lamppost. We can move to there though. Does give us a little bit of extra shot. Okay, one of them is inside. We are already losing on panic, nearly. You move over there. And now you can just send in your shots this way. Okay. You are going to need to kill him. And it costs mana. You're out of mana and action points, right? You'd like to poison. Your job is probably going to be to just kill the kindled. You need to go ahead and kill the big ones. No isolated targets, unfortunately. Yellow warning. And then you can just go ahead and shoot with a gun. Okay, good. Good. I think that should be a win for the night. Thankfully, they mostly just line up outside the haven, which is very nice for me. You are also out of mana. Bit dicey, maybe. Very for a very short amount of time, but I feel like the 136 extra health wasn't really that relevant. Right. Panic level? A. Perfect. And now we definitely need to go ahead and push back the mist. Ballistas are stronger now. Yeah, repel the mist. Repel it again. That is all of our workers. One large group everywhere, minus 92% critical. Do I care about that? Like, we have, how much crit do we have? 0%, 25%, 2%, 14%. So either I ignore it fully, or either I just ignore it, because this is minus 59%, that's already 0% on everybody. So if I take this, I can as well take that. Or I just ignore it. Is the critical relevant? We have 9 splitters, which is whatever. The biggest issue is gonna be the 42 winged. But the crits would help, but not that much. I think I can take that. Zealous aim. What to take? I think I will take this. Immediately be done. What the fuck? Sure. Honestly, get me that. Let's see, do we have anything new good? Big Stomp, guard practice. Every 160% damage, 60 damage block. We're not really blocking damage right now. We're also not really dodging damage. We're mostly trying not to take damage. You know what? Get me this, get me this. What do we have? Extended reach, not really. Pocket watchtower could be kind of funny. The broken bell, it's fine. Then a lot of materials. The blood splitter. So we got the throat sworn and the blood splitter. Why is the blood splitter not the big axe? Like, we're not really splitting anything. Whatever. The rock. We don't have the wind or the water, unfortunately. I might take Zealous Aim. There's a lot of skill range. But I think I want the Flesh Wind. Flesh Wind, without a doubt, my favorite of the weapons, of the unique weapons. Now, you get resistance reduction 12%. That's better than the thing. Multi-hits. If we can get you a dagger, that's not bad. Now, you definitely take this. 67% dodge. Yeah, get some multi-hits. Hope we can get you a multi-hit weapon. Cannon. Do I want you to have shorter weapons? Or what else can we get you? Plus 12% damage, plus 20% damage, plus 18% damage. Which that does stack with the thickness, I think. So I think that might be better than the shorter weapons. Now you get some accuracy. You're at 29% resistance, which isn't bad. Would like go here, range damage upgrade. Perks. You get the bully thing. Resistance reduction as well. Isolation. Opportunism I'd rather have. I mean, stun chance is also fun. And then you have a few more levels. Now, you currently have a flower and a druid staff. You do have the contamination. And the bully. You honestly, like, this is just good even without the poison path. You do not have the XP gain, unfortunately, but you do have nimbleness, which will help because you're a dwarf. Dwarven thickness, always good. Heart of the party. Like, this is just really good. Whenever potion is used, 30% healing received. Coagulation for more armor. What do I start with? I think I start with Harvester for mana. With a coagulation, do I want more armor? I think I'll take the no. You need to regain mana some way. And then we'll give you the contamination because currently you do exclusively just poison stuff. Move points and accuracy. And then you get some skill range. Very good. And XP gain. What are my night rewards? Of which we get 1. Accuracy, daily health regen. 8% damage, -1 move points, -13 XP gain. Hate that. I feel like I want to give you this, but not good enough, I don't think. What do we have? Accuracy, opportunism, minus propagation bounces is whatever. The health region, the mana region, absolutely. That sounds amazing. Gone. Minus 7% damage, skip. Cannon, resistance reduction, and 9% resistance reduction or 5%. I'll take the 9%. I don't think anybody's gonna use it. But, okay, so... Cannon boy? Is this better than what you have? I'm pretty sure it is. Now then, move points, reliability, accuracy, that can go on you. Armor reliability here. You get that. Like, you're an isolation path guy, so the axe is just not the choice for you. Now, weakest goes here. Actually, I think the longbow might go there just because it does have the least amount of AoE. Cannon down there. We do have a little bit more money. I will upgrade my houses. I will also upgrade my... I have upgraded my mines. House, you be upgraded. Then we can give you a bit of extra max health. Like that pays for 2 cannon blasts. I'll take that. I think I might want to put barricades here in the middle. Regardless, I'm gonna move you and you. That should pay for these repairs. Then I have 70 more gold. Do I want to upgrade the house? I can't really do anything with that. Actually, we can maybe give mana to everyone. So that might be worth it. Mana for everybody. Right, then defenses. Ballista. We will have a ballista down here. One there. We will have a ballista here and one here. And then we will have a ballista here and one here. And then I think I'd rather have some wall. The remaining damaged walls we will repair as we get to them. Why are they writing so much? Absolutely fucking hate that group chat. Right. Is everybody in position? You're in position. You are in position. You're in position. And you are, like, in position, I guess. Seer upgrade. Actually, we can upgrade you with the money we still have. This one, yeah, I guess where is a worker ability, not an upgrade. Varundir, yeah, he's fine. Send it. Okay, so you... Isolated targets 9 or more tiles from the caster. We should have a few of those. You have a mirror shield, hate that. On the other hand, you're just gonna miss every shot with it, huh? So you are done, get the elite out immediately. Now isolated target 9 or more tiles from the caster is all nice and well. If you can actually get that far away, I guess. Thankfully, with his range upgrade, we can get that far away. Also, apply the contagion. Why do you not? Why does the shortcut not work? Then, do you have isolated target? You definitely have a range of 9 or more, so... Not really concerned about that. Give yourself opportunism. A few more need to die to that. And they need to be isolated mainly. Okay, get the gun out. Shoot. Kill enemies with heroes that haven't moved. Right, as the isolated is done. Kill enemies with heroes that haven't moved this turn. That should be easy as well. Both done. Like, these are always good because I don't move a whole lot with my heroes anyway most of the time. Then we can just go ahead and poison you, which also lowers your movement. And we are out of actions. Getting more action points, I think, might be something I want to focus on. Now these are all poisoned. We can just go in here. I forgot that it's a follow skill, not a maneuver. Have some contagion, and then have some contagion on you. I love having heroes with high movement just because they can move in and then move back out again. As I said, the lack of crit I don't think is gonna be a big problem. Okay, United Poison, there's an elite. Well, we're just gonna slow you down. Winged. Ranged damage to winged. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. We have a lot of range damage. Actually, we have 3 heroes who do exclusively range damage. But if we can immediately just finish the ordeal, I would absolutely take that. And there are, by the way, once again, just not enough enemies to get the cannon thing done, unfortunately. Poison over there, over yonder. You can go ahead and poison one on them, I guess. That should be fine. That should be enough. You can go ahead and poison them again. And then you poison the elite there. The elite does have regen, so the poison is not gonna do all that much. Okay, there's spawners coming in. Hate that. Hate to see that. The problem is these things are block vision, if I recall correctly. Yeah, they do. So we'd have to move over there to shoot through them in a line. There's also an elite, which I do not appreciate. On the other hand, I can actually kind of just do this. I forgot I have that skill. You are a quick bugger. However, we do have the option of just shooting you out the sky. You have 50% dodge chance. You no longer have 50% dodge chance. You have 0% dodge chance. Kill him. This guy held this a lot better than I expected him to. Now, have this. You can just go ahead and reduce. Not really there. Actually, that's fine. Cannon. That's some awesome shots in there. Now, they have spawners. One over there and one over there. I feel like I might want to just ignore those. Lower their resistances. And now we can actually kind of just contaminate you. I feel like I might want to slow your movement. Yeah, you're just not gonna move anymore. Right. We have the Covenant done. Very quickly in that. And now we need to get rid of all of these guys in the village. In the haven. That's gonna be a problem because this guy is not our highest damage. Like, in the slightest. Can you hit all of them? With specific targeting, maybe? How would I have to target? I'd have to go... I cannot hit all of them, but I have to 3, so I'd have to go 2 tiles here. And then we just hit you. Should have applied that first. And he's out of actions, that's a problem with him, yeah. Get that out. Right. You go ahead and shoot this guy down there. Are you really blocking line of sight? Really? Well, indirect shot them. These things blocking vision, not appreciated. 1, 2, 3. Have a stun? Didn't stun. Sad. Now the problem is she does not have anything low range, meaning second they get in too close, she's kind of just fucked. Now, I wanted to actually hit that flower. We can do this, so you can just take all of them out. This does not have enough range. Like, yeah, no shot. No shot. You can't give yourself movement, so give yourself opportunism. That is bad. We are already at a high A. They are getting additional units in. Can you hit him? Yes. In that case, kill. Not enough movements to get over there, though. Yeah, she's poisoned. Just go ahead and drink your damage buff. You died to poison, so we're fine. You died to poison, so we're fine. Now you need to... He's gonna come in. Nothing I can do about that. Shoot here. Shoot here. You start taking out these guys. Because again, they are too close now. I completely forgot I have this shit. Fuck. Well, to poison you die then. And then you can go ahead and shoot them. Now there's more enemies coming in from there because of the spawners. That should be fine. He didn't come in. So we're still good in that regard. I need to look at the seeds. Okay, we can use this one to kill this one. Then you can move down here to just shoot this man in the face, which, no dodge. Yeah, you go ahead and drink your potion. Then you can move up to here. That's a guardian, huh? Not the most scary enemy they could have thrown at me. I think they summon an elite afterward, yeah? Yeah, weak enemy, strong enemy, that's the guardian right now, and then a very strong enemy. And then they die. So you summon an armored, an archer, and the Ripper counts as a very strong enemy? Really? They're not that strong. Should have used the weapon that deals more damage. Anyway. You're not getting away. You don't despawn. Right, so this Guardian I think is the last enemy. It is. And he will not get very far. Yep, they kill themselves. Right, that should be panic level A again. Yep, good, good, good. Flashwind nearly done. I still have to think about who to give that. I will do that next time because I think I'm gonna cut here. You definitely need a heal. But yeah, I think I'm gonna cut here, continue this at another point. I want to get the cannon done. I want to get the Devourer, and I need to get the Corpse Hunger and the Tenderizer. I'm actually surprised that Tenderizer took me that long, but stunning 10 enemies, the problem is if they die immediately with that hit, they do not count as stun, which is a problem. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. I hope you have a nice evening, hope you have a good night later on, and I hope you have a nice weekend, because I just remembered it's only Friday and not Saturday. It is nice to take a day off work. It's really nice. Right. Have a good day. Goodbye.